Today we are looking at Sidney Powell's explosive kraken that she is released. This is absolutely crazy. She basically has two krakens. One she already released in the form of 270 pages worth of voter F-word, which I'm going to leave linked down below because I want every single one of you watching this to go check it out. Go download it. It's 270 pages long. You know, do it before you go to bed when, I don't know, when you have time. But we are also looking at 4 new things that Sidney Powell said, what's going to happen on January 6th on Electoral College votes. She said Donald Trump's looking really, really good for Electoral College votes. She also is urging Mike Pence to object Electoral College votes. And she also says that, well, that Trump could actually trigger the 2018 executive order. So I know we have a lot to cover in today's video, but I wanted to just make this explosive new video just going over everything because there's just so much going on, and I'm sorry, but some of these videos leading up to these last few days of January 6th, they're going to be a little bit longer. So buckle up, sit back, and thumbs up all the videos. Give the video a big thumbs up. Let's try to get 10,000 likes. Come on, we can do it. And 20,000 maybe. Yeah, so start small though. 10,000 likes. Comment your support down below. And if you want to support the channel, you can become a channel member. You guys know all these videos get demonetized, and it's just an easy way to give back and show your support for our president and, basically this channel, helping get the truth out there. So, Sidney Powell, again, she released a 270-page report on foreign election interference in the 2020 election. There is enough evidence in this document, linked down below, to trigger the 2018 executive order. And what would happen in that 2018 executive order?
You want to know why running on the
There is more than enough sufficient evidence to trigger it, and she says that it would give Donald John Trump, and I quote, all kinds of power to do everything from seize assets to freeze things, demand the impoundment of the machines. There's so much going on, guys. This is like painting a really good narrative because Donald John Trump recently announced that he's trying to get Sidney Powell elected as special counsel. Now, special counsel is actually a new name for that position. It used to be called special prosecutor, and now the power under the special counsel is basically, it's like the president's investigative expert and also prosecuting expert, I guess, or head of prosecution. So Sidney Powell could actually investigate, with the, I guess, resources of the White House and prosecute people, and people could actually be sent to prison. Who do you think should be sent to prison? I know some of you guys, I want to hear from you guys. Who would be sent to prison? And actually, Sidney Powell said that some of those Secretary of States and some of those governors who certified election results in contested states where there is voter F-word could actually be facing criminal charges for doing so. So anyways, yeah, it's absolutely crazy. So let's take a look. So the 270 pages, what is inside? Well, there is the Michigan report, the forensic audit report that shows 68% of voter discrepancy in votes. That's obviously in the United States, but with foreign election interference, it shows ties with certain voting machines, one that starts with D and then one that starts with S, linked to both Venezuela, Russia, and...
The reason why individuals would be held accountable. See, this is the way everything works. Right now, Donald Trump is fighting a battle. The battle that he is fighting, the Democrats are claiming doesn't exist. Once a person says, I certify this election as being valid, which is the governor, and they're all, at this point, Democrat. I certify this election. That means you accept all the fraud and everything that goes with it, which now makes you liable. Okay?
Really, really good. Obviously, it's 270 pages. He's been working on this for a really, really long time. But it actually shows that certain, they use these same voting machines in Venezuela. So, why? It's absolutely insane. They should be using the 2018 executive order. I don't know why Trump has it. Maybe he's waiting to appoint Sidney Powell as special counsel. Now, Sidney Powell also came out and said that every voting machine needs to be seized and forensically analyzed. We are talking about these certain machines that were used mostly in states that were swing states, all those battleground states. You guys remember those battleground states that went to Biden? Keep in mind, those states used these voting machines that were connected to Wi-Fi, able to be hacked, that had foreign interference. And she actually breaks down the whole process of how these machines are counted. A lot of these machines aren't actually even counted on site. They get shipped off somewhere, and they could easily be switched, the votes in, from where they're counted in a different area, which can't even be tracked. But just the mere possibility that they can do that raises all types of flags where if you could get, the machines seized, you could see all that stuff. Now, we also have a former CIA programmer. You guys remember that? He basically said in Georgia there were over 10,000 votes that were switched from Trump to Biden. And anyways, that person worked for the CIA. There's a lot of stuff going on, but also with Sidney Powell, let's talk about her urging Mike Pence to reject electoral college votes. She came on a podcast and she said, on the Flashpoint interview, Gene Bailey, she said, Vice President Pence should simply refuse to accept the illegal electors, the electors from the states in which there was demonstrable significant F word, Powell said. And if he does that, then it would have...
Hello. Welcome, everyone.
So, one thing that I really appreciate out from this report is there's a CIA operative that found 10,000 votes that was switched. And this is why I constantly tell individuals, like I told my friend that I was speaking to over the weekend, I was telling her, stop educating yourself from the perspective of people on Facebook. Start educating yourself by listening to hearings and listening to people that specialize in giving us and sending us this information. Let us continue.
For President Donald Trump. She says it believes it is definitely possible that Trump retains the presidency for a second term. Let's continue about that. She thinks there are viable paths that Trump has to retain a second term. She said there's multiple current cases pending in the Supreme Court. She said we have 4 states in play in our petitions for emergency mandamus to ask the court to decertify Arizona, Michigan, Wisconsin, and Georgia. So potentially 4 states flipping due to massive voter F-word, according to Sidney Powell. And she says, what is a mandamus? A mandamus. She says they